Osoto-Gari, kon no kata desu. The fundamental way of doing it. O, big, soto, outside. Gari is to reap. Kari is a kama, the sickle. You don't need to get a lot of altitude. When you bring it, you don't have to have a lot of power. You have to have accuracy. You have to hit the target. You want to make sure that you don't have any space in between. So if you're reaping wheat or barley, see how it comes in, and then I reap it fast. That the blade will cut cleanly through the stalk. So it's not how I bring it in, it's how I bring it back to cut. Same thing on Osoto-Gari. Now where does the power come from? Stahara, the bottom of the stomach, nuclear power plant. When you sweep it back, you'll feel your stahara will tighten up and help you swing it back. Now you notice when I step in, my foot is at an angle. And the reason why I like to do that is because it helps me bring them over to 1 foot. If I go straight back this way here, and you can do that, when I push, I tend to push them away from me. So when I step here, you notice I bring it out here. That way it pulls to this side here. So this is the hikite, I'm pulling it this way here. See, the tsurite is going to punch and follow it this way here. When you step straight in, the kuzushi is that way. And once again here, when I step, you notice here, nose, knee, toes. Same thing, except my foot is this way here. And what I'm going to do, katazuki, I'm going to strike with the shoulder. And then I'm going to push this hand straight down. And you see the kuzushi go straight down. On both of them, you want to make sure that on the tsurite here, you're pushing up here. And then you keep your elbow down. The higher elevation you go with your elbow, the less backward force you have. So if your grip is up high and you come in and your hand slips up here, don't continue to go back, because see, now you're just doing judo-gi. Here, now you're doing the body. When I do push, both hands, like ryotezuki, two-handed strike. You never want to go on your heel. So when you come in here, you see here, right away, I raise up. Pow! And I'm pushing with the ball of my feet. I want to make sure that I step at least half my foot behind. See? I don't want to be out here, because if I'm in the front and I go this way here, you notice automatically I go backwards. You don't want that to happen, because the kaeshi-waza is to do Osoto-Gari. So when I step past her, I'm leaning forward. So what I try to do is when I step this way here, I look. You see toes, knee, nose in one line. And then I pull here, see? Toes, knees, nose, and you see where her elbow is? It's in line with that. It's right here. Now I have it tight, and now I come in here, and then I can finish pushing. One of the big things that people do wrong on Osoto-Gari, they'll come in here, and they'll put their foot down, and then it becomes a strength contest. Once you put your foot down, it is no longer Osoto-Gari. The target, obviously, is right back here, the bend of their knee. So when you come in, you see how I extend my foot here? I extend my foot, and then I do the kari motion. I see some people doing this. 1, 2. You don't have to go that high. That's a lot of wasted energy, right? It's more about the backward swing than it is the upward height. So original Osoto-Gari, from here, coming this way here, pow, right? See how I grab here? And then this became a strike. Either you strike here the shoulder, or right here against the jaw. And the fingers claw right into the face. So you notice what you're doing, because back then there was no judo-gi, right? So you use the body.
What's the Sensei?
Hey.
But I'm watching Mifune Sensei. Yeah, so when he's doing this, you'll see that occasionally they'll do that sideways motion, but he like flies around like Buddha and like skips past it. What is the proper footwork to try to avoid that throw when you're being turned?
When he comes in here, he turns. Here. See how I turn him?
He's back-footing.
Right. He's back-footing his way out of it.
Nice.
But you can't step back. You have to step around and spin.
Yeah.
That's what Mifune. I only went to 2 classes.
Yeah.
You know, I was fortunate enough. And, you know, I was stout. I'd been practicing karate for like 3 years and everything, you know, and I was in good shape. And I grabbed him, you know, and I've been doing judo maybe for about 6 months. And I went to try to throw him, he disappears. He's like a ghost.
Yeah.
And then people say,
It doesn't look real.
practicing with Mifune Sensei is like practicing with an empty jacket.
Right.
Or fighting with an empty jacket. Because he's not there, he disappears.
Yeah, but if you slow it down, you can see he actually is offsetting those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't look
That's why,
at full speed.
well, that's why if you look at Nage Uda no Kata, which he created, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Moving all around. Taking that action and turning it into yours. Okay?
ありがとう